Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are going to go over the newest collab in the world of Monster Strike. It is Persona 5. And hopefully you guys are excited for this. I know, well, as usual, I don't know much about the collab, even though this is a game collab, which it's been a while since we've had one of those. But I have actually never stepped foot into the Persona series at all. I thought I did, but it ended up being a completely different game. So, well, hopefully, maybe I'll take a look at it because it is something that I've been interested in just because of some side touching with Smash Brothers, right? We did have Joker as one of the characters in Smash, so got a little peek to Persona, but that's about it. But for our gacha characters, we've got Amami Ren, Takamaki Ann, and Nijima Makoto as our 6-star monsters. And our 5-star monsters, we have Kitagawa Yusuke and Sakamoto Ryuji wrapping up the 5. Now, by the time this video comes out, the individual rate ups are probably active. It will go in order, Ren, An, and Makoto. So if you want to wait for a particular one, make sure you just follow the schedule there. It'll just keep rotating until the last 2 days where all are available for individual rate ups. Now, let's take a look at the character. Amami Ren here, Joker, has a 7.0 right now. And I say right now because he definitely has a lot of future stocks riding on him. But let's take a look at his stats first. Speed power up and heals all touch friendly units status effects, including Magic Circle Chicken State. And then after he's done moving, he'll attack all enemies with a null elemental damage attack and percent damage attack, and will finally heal everybody at the end. So first gear, 1.3x attack and 10x speed, and then he does a follow-up attack with 160x his attack stat. That is not a typo. It is null elemental damage, but his Light Slayer ability will be added on top of that. So that is something that will multiply together. And then his percentage damage is 14%, guaranteed minimum of 1.4 million there. And then the second gear, that goes up to 240x his attack stat, and 28%, which is pretty significant. Guaranteed minimum there is 2.8, and of course there's an asterisk there. If you are attacking non-boss enemies, it'll be 50% that value. And then the healing amount is pretty darn good. For the first gear, it's a 30k, and second gear, it's 50k. And notable stages, like I said, there is none right now, but he does have a bunch of newer abilities on him, namely, of course, null speed down panel, as well as null speed down null transport wall. So those two, along with Magic Circle and Minesweeper, I can certainly see something in the future that will give Ren a chance to shine on. So he certainly has really good potential in the future with his skill set, but honestly right now there really is no place for him, and that's why GameWidth is giving him a 7.0. It's just not a usable character right now, so the rating reflects that. Now, in terms of good ratings, Takamaki Ann does have a high rating because she has an immediate place to shine, and somewhere a place that needs a lot more characters on it. Speed power up reduces attack of all hit enemies for a set amount of turns, and follow up attack to all hit enemies with percentage damage that scales with the number of enemies hits after done moving. First gear is 30% boost in attack with 10x speed. Second gear, that goes up to 80% and does 12x speed. The attack down a part of this strike shot will hit the enemy, and they will do 75% their normal attack for 4 actions. And then the second gear, that goes down to 66% for 6 actions. And then the follow-up attack, it's a simple formula. It does scale based on the number of enemies hits. You can see it's a base of 10%, and then for each enemy you add 2% that you hit, with a guaranteed minimum of 1 million. And then the second gear is really nice. 15% is the bare minimum, and you get 3% for each unique enemy hit. So if you can hit about 9 enemies, which is probably the top limit in a normal difficult stage, that is above 40%, which is a really nice number. So really cool strike shot there, can do a lot of percentage damage. And again, like I said, why is she so highly rated? Because she is great for Paraiso in the Astral Mausoleum. Obviously, the mausoleum has very few characters where characters can go to, so to be able to be a top tier monster for that is really nice to see. She did also get some. I saw people trying to play her in Shambhala as well. It's not, I wouldn't say ideal, but certainly with the low population of characters that can go on that stage, maybe it's something you want to play around with. Yeah, there you go. Actually, give me a pause. I'm gonna have a little coughing fit. Okay, sorry, I'm still trying to get over it completely. Our last but not least 6-star monster will be Nijima Makoto. She's gotten an 8.5 in game width as well. Note that these are still provisional because it's still early. It could change in a few days after people play around with them more, but just note that's the current state. Power up and reduce speed down rate for set turns, and then speeds up, rarely speeding up on a wall hit, and increases defensive hit friendlies for a set amount of turns. Her self buff for that turn, the speed is 4x and 6x respectively, and then her buff, which lasts will last 2 actions, regardless of the first or second gear. Boost is 35% on the first. Second gear gives you 80% boost, and then both is just a 15% reduction in speed down rate. For the speed up that she gets, it's every time she hits a wall, there's a chance she gets that speed up. That'll happen at most 3 times on the first gear, 5 times on the second gear. And then last but not least, the defense buff for your friendly units, it'll be a 75% reduction. Not 75, it'll be reduced to 75% of the normal damage on the first gear for 4 counts. Remember, count is each side making a move. And the second gear, it is a reduction to 66% of its normal damage for 8 counts. And for Nijima Makoto, she is going to be able to shine in Embezzler, which is a raise its quest, and of course has a fairly low population as well, so that is why game width will reflect her rating a little bit higher. Remember, game width does bias their ratings towards characters that have a place specifically for a stage, and the tighter the population is for those stages they can go to, the higher they will be rated in game. Our 4 5-star monsters is Kitagawa Yusuke at 7.5 and Sakamoto Ryuji at 8.0, so nothing too fancy. You do want to make sure to get at least one of each, but average otherwise. For our paid pack, Akechi Goro, a 7.0 rating. Again, this is the standard MO for paid pack monsters. Great to have if you like the series. If you don't or don't want to pay, you can skip it, and no real difference here. So if you're interested in the details, you can take a look here. Akechi Goro will have craft a Bakuzetsu stage in which he can shine. And here are the event quests. Just make sure you farm the ones that you care about. We've got the 5-6-star direct drop, so make sure you play it every day so that you can take advantage of the 7 drops you get. And then when you're playing co-op, you could get up to 3 more, so a total of 10 is your ideal state there. And then check out the schedule for the wood and the light quests. And of course, we do have a Chokyu Kyoku quest available with Justine and Caroline there. All monsters are max luck, so you don't need any max luck monsters specifically for this because everybody's a max luck monster. Chokyu Kyoku quest is a farmable type, so enjoy that. We also do have a Guardian Beast. We have Sakura Futaba here in the Guardian Beast area. Remember, 2 difficulties available, each difficulty giving you 200 shards each. You do need to get 500 to max level a Guardian Beast, so you'll need to steal 100 from somewhere else. I forget if any of the missions had any shard rewards this time, but I'm sure we'll see something in the second half too. And of course, these collab ones do have a 2x drop rate, which is always nice to see, and you can use Fuero biscuits to make the pain go by faster. If you forgot what Futaba can do here, she basically gives a boost for X amount of turns and increases your friendly units power by Y percentage. For level 10, you get 4 turns at a bonus 10%, which isn't super high, but it is a nice easy way to activate if you need to just get past the border for something, and the requirements are super easy. You're never going to be constrained to get that. You just need to touch all friendly units in a turn 4 times in the game. Alright, collab missions. Hopefully you've been taking advantage of this. It's pretty simple. You've got 5 characters with 3 missions each. Missions must be completed in order for each character, but you can clear multiple characters at the same time, assuming they are unlocked. Some missions are locked by the state of your parameter triangle. You can upgrade 1 trait in that triangle each day, so make sure you log in once per day to make sure you increase one of those 3 stats so that you can unlock all missions. We do have a reward there. I had copied her in there, and of course if you need the translations, they are always in the Discord channel, so take a look at the invite there if you have not joined already. But I also do have them here, so you can pause the video, take a look here. It is also in the community post on YouTube, on Twitter/X, on ENG Monst, and of course, like I said, on the Discord channel here. Here are all the missions. Here are the 5 characters. Each has 3 missions. You can see at the very top I've got a square, triangle, circle to indicate if that mission requires you to have a certain level on the parameter triangle, which is on the bottom right. So just associate the shape and color with the kanji there. You should be able to figure that out. And yeah, all of them are pretty straightforward, so I don't think it should be too hard overall. The mission rewards are nice. Okay, there are no shards here, so maybe later. But once you unlock a mission, you do get some rewards that way. And of course, you do get 20 copies of Okumura Haru there, which is always a nice bonus. And also, don't forget that for this collab, they changed how they did the good job stamps. Or sorry, not the good job stamps. I copied this over incorrectly again. It's alternate strike shot voices. You know what? I'm just gonna change this while I'm talking because I messed it up on news too, and pretty sure I just copied it over. So Alt SS voices. There you go. This is something that you do want to be careful about because it is tied to the number of times you complete a quest. And it is absolutely possible that if you are farming with people using biscuits, maximizing everything, you might not actually hit 10 clears. So make sure you don't miss out on these alternate strike shot voices if you are powerhousing through the farming, because you do need to clear the bottom row of quests 10 times before you can get those alternate voices. So don't miss out on those. And of course, and actually because it also includes the 4 5-star quests, if you just do 1 and done for those 2, you do need to clear those 5 times to get those alternate strike shot voices. So don't miss out. Login rewards, hopefully you've got the Tokudama and something like Morgana's. You do get 10 copies of Morgana each day, so that's cool to see, and you get a good job stamp of Joker and alternate strike shot voice for Morgana on day 5. And as usual, these pay pack monster, daily login monster, mission monster are always max luck for the duration of the collab, so feel free to use them as max luck, especially if you're a starting out the game with the Persona series. But do make sure that you do finish max lucking them, because once the collab ends, they go back to their normal luck. And that is it for today. I will be pulling on this gacha next, so you can look forward to that video tomorrow. And to make sure you don't miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and do consider hitting the like button as well. ENG Monster on Twitter/X has all the news from me whenever I can post it, so make sure you follow me there. And of course, the Discord channel, link to the server is in the description below. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.